Welcome to our latest video on the SCP Foundation's collection of anomalous entities. In this video, we will be discussing SCP-7340 through SCP-7344, a group of anomalous objects that possess unique abilities and characteristics. These entities have been classified by the SCP Foundation as potentially dangerous and are currently being contained and studied at various secure locations around the world. We'll be diving into the details of each SCP, their origins, and the research that has been conducted on them. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn about some of the most fascinating and dangerous entities the SCP Foundation has ever encountered. SCP-7340 is a completely ordinary male tiger, measuring approximately 2.5 meters in length and 1 meter in height at the shoulder. The most striking feature of this entity is its ability to paralyze its prey through vocalization. SCP-7340's roar contains a series of infrasonic sound waves that cause paralysis in any living organism within a 30-meter radius. The duration and intensity of the paralysis are dependent on the proximity of the individual to the SCP and the duration of exposure to the sound waves. SCP-7340 was discovered in a mangrove forest area in Bangladesh. The local villagers had reported strange occurrences in the area, including the sudden disappearance of livestock and the appearance of paralyzed animals. Foundation agents were alerted to the potential anomaly and dispatched to investigate. They discovered SCP-7340 in the vicinity of the reported incidents, where it had taken up residence in an abandoned temple. The agents observed SCP-7340's abilities and quickly realized the danger it posed. They worked with local authorities to evacuate the area and contain the entity, transporting it to a Foundation facility for further study. SCP-7340's roar is not limited to paralyzing prey, but also has other anomalous effects on individuals exposed to it. In addition to paralysis, SCP-7340's roar has been observed to cause a range of physiological and psychological effects, including nausea, dizziness, loss of balance, disorientation, confusion, anxiety, panic attacks, and short-term memory loss. SCP-7340's enclosure is specially designed to dampen sound and prevent its vocalizations from escaping. Any breaches of the enclosure could result in widespread exposure to the entity's abilities, which could have catastrophic consequences. Research on SCP-7340's abilities and behavior is ongoing, with a particular focus on developing countermeasures to its vocalization abilities. However, progress has been slow due to the high risk of exposure to its abilities, and any research is conducted with extreme caution and with a priority on minimizing the risk to personnel. SCP-7341 is a creature resembling a large aquatic plant with multiple large red eyeballs covering its head. Its skin is made of a green, reptilian hide, and it can burrow its 3 massive legs into the seafloor in order to maintain stability. It stands at approximately 5 meters in height and measures 3 meters in diameter. Despite its size, the anomaly can move at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour while in the water. SCP-7341 has been classified as Euclid due to its anomalous properties and potential threat to human life. SCP-7341's anomalous ability allows it to manipulate the properties of water. It is able to control the temperature, salinity, and pH level of any body of water within a radius of 2 kilometers. This ability is activated when the creature comes into contact with water, and it is able to maintain control as long as it remains in contact. The creature is also able to create and manipulate water in its immediate vicinity, even in environments that would not typically sustain a water source. SCP-7341 is highly territorial, and will attack any organism that enters its territory which it perceives as a threat. The creature's primary method of attack is to manipulate the properties of the water in its vicinity, causing it to become extremely acidic or hot, in order to incapacitate or kill its target. SCP-7341 is also able to create large tidal waves, which can cause significant damage to structures and vehicles. SCP-7341's diet primarily consists of fish and other aquatic animals, but it has been observed to consume smaller land animals as well. The creature is capable of surviving in both terrestrial and aquatic environments, and it is believed to be able to move between the two at will. SCP-7341 is able to survive in extreme temperatures and pressures, and it is highly resistant to most forms of physical damage. SCP-7341's anomalous properties make it a significant threat to human populations living in coastal areas. Containment procedures are currently in place to limit the creature's movements, and to prevent unauthorized personnel from entering its territory. Any attempts to remove SCP-7341 from its territory must be done with extreme caution, and must be authorized by at least 2 Level 4 personnel. SCP-7341's reproductive habits are unknown, as it has never been observed mating or reproducing. It is believed that the creature is the only one of its kind in existence. Furthermore, it is uncertain if the creature is sentient, as it has never been observed communicating in any way or displaying any signs of advanced intelligence. SCP-7342 is a location designated as the Bemusement Park. It is an abandoned amusement park located in a rural area of Mississippi. The park is in a state of disrepair, with many of the rides and attractions appearing to be malfunctioning. The park's anomalous properties manifest when individuals enter the park. SCP-7342's rides and attractions remain active despite the lack of power. These rides and attractions appear to operate as if they were in working condition but with a sinister twist. For example, the carousel horses are seen to move on their own, with some of them appearing to be distorted and twisted versions of their original design. The roller coaster can be seen operating at dangerous speeds with sharp turns and drops. Individuals that enter the park are compelled to ride the attractions, despite the dangerous conditions. Once on the ride, the individual is unable to leave until the ride is over. During this time, the individual experiences intense fear, terror, and a feeling of impending doom. Some individuals have reported feeling as if they are in a nightmare or a horror movie. SCP-7342's anomalous properties also extend to the park's employees and staff. These individuals, who have been deceased for over 50 years, are seen to roam the park. These entities appear to be the original employees of the park but with a bloody and distorted appearance. They are seen to operate the rides and attractions, and are hostile to any individuals who enter the park. SCP-7342's anomalous properties have been determined to be caused by a combination of residual paranormal energy and psychological manipulation. The park's original owner was determined to have been a practitioner of dark magic, and is believed to have imbued the park with his twisted desires and fears before his death. Due to the dangerous and hostile nature of SCP-7342's anomalous properties, the park has been sealed off and is to be considered a containment breach if entered by any individual without proper clearance. SCP-7343 is a small, metallic orb measuring approximately 15 centimeters in diameter. It has been determined to be composed of an unknown alloy, and displays a highly reflective, mirror-like surface. SCP-7343's anomalous properties manifest when it comes into contact with any form of written or spoken communication. Upon exposure, SCP-7343 will immediately begin to absorb and process the information contained within the communication. Within a period of 30 minutes, SCP-7343 will then actively seek out and come into physical contact with the source of the communication. Once contact is made, SCP-7343 will release the absorbed information in a highly concentrated burst, effectively overloading the individual's cognitive abilities and causing severe brain damage. SCP-7343's ability to absorb and process written or spoken communication extends to all known forms of media, including but not limited to books, television, radio, and the Internet. Additionally, SCP-7343's range of influence is not limited by distance, as it has been observed to affect individuals through telephone and video conference calls. Due to the severe cognitive damage caused by SCP-7343's effect, subjects exposed to the SCP are unable to recall the experience, and in many cases are left in a vegetative state. SCP-7343's effect is not limited to human subjects, as it has been observed to have similar effects on animals exposed to written or spoken communication in their presence. As SCP-7343's capabilities pose a significant threat to global communication infrastructure, extreme measures have been taken to contain and control the SCP. SCP-7343 is to be kept in a secure containment chamber at all times, with all forms of written and spoken communication strictly prohibited within a radius of 500 meters. All personnel entering the SCP's containment chamber must wear communication jamming devices, and all communication with SCP-7343 must be conducted through pre-approved written or sign language only. In order to study SCP-7343 and its properties, the SCP is to be exposed to pre-approved written or spoken communication in controlled conditions, with the effect observed and recorded by a team of on-site researchers. Testing of SCP-7343 is to be conducted under the direct supervision of Level 4 personnel, and all measures must be taken to ensure the safety of the research team and any nearby personnel. SCP-7344 is a humanoid monster that stands at approximately 8 feet tall and has tentacle-like limbs. It has a thin and emaciated appearance, with dark, rough skin stretched tightly over its toned frame. SCP-7344's anomalous property is its ability to manipulate and control shadows. SCP-7344 can manipulate the shadows around it to create tendrils and appendages, which it uses for movement and to attack its victims. It can also create shadow clones, which it can control remotely and use for reconnaissance. SCP-7344 can also control the shadows of other living creatures, making them puppets under its command. SCP-7344 is highly intelligent and has a deep understanding of how shadows work and how to manipulate them. It is also extremely violent and will attack any living creature it comes across, using its shadow manipulation abilities to capture and kill its victims. SCP-7344's origins are currently unknown, but it is believed to have existed for a very long time, possibly even predating human civilization. It is also believed to be indestructible, as attempts to destroy it have been unsuccessful. SCP-7344 is highly mobile, able to move through shadows and hide in them, making it difficult to track and contain. It has been known to infiltrate and take over entire cities, using the shadows to control the population and bend them to its will. Due to its highly dangerous nature and the difficulty of containing it, SCP-7344 is classified as Keter. Containment procedures include the use of bright lights to disrupt its shadow manipulation abilities and the use of specially trained teams to track and capture it. Overall, SCP-7340 through SCP-7344 are a group of anomalous entities that exhibit a wide range of unusual properties and abilities. Each SCP has unique characteristics and poses a different level of threat to the containment and security of the SCP Foundation. It is important to note that all of these entities should be approached with caution and proper protocols followed. Further research and observation is necessary to fully understand the nature of these entities and how they can be contained. Which of the entities described in this video was your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more SCP-related videos.